Elon Musk has gone laserized. You know that's good for Bitcoin. And Trump is asking for $844,600 for fundraiser seat at the Bitcoin conference. And yes, you can pay in Bitcoin. So Trump is inviting supporters in the cryptocurrency industry to a private fundraising effort in Nashville. He's speaking at the conference. So donors have been offered an opportunity to snap a photo with President Trump for $60,000 per person, slightly less than the current price of Bitcoin, which actually is incorrect, which Bitcoin is now at $67,000, and Bitcoin did have quite the recovery as Trump recovered from almost getting shot. And so we'll take a look at what might be the last great buying opportunity for the bull market, as we did have some weekly confirmation setting in the bullish bias for, things kind of flipping around to the upside. They're not going to go straight up. So let's just take a look at Bitcoin on the daily time frame here. Just using a simple fib analysis. Once again, we're above the 618, approaching the 786 at 69,800. I do think we could get a wick up into this region before selling off. I know a lot of people are taking some shorts from this region as we're coming into the last major set of resistance, which is actually this area right here. And this is the short trade setup I am looking at on the 4-hour time frame, courtesy of Meta Signals. They're pretty awesome product line out there. And target coming in at 64,795. And the deeper target all the way down at 57,000. And basically with the weekly trend set in here on Bitcoin, now making a higher low on the weekly time frame as volatility is lifting off here. You've got momentum crossed back to the upside, and you can get a quite hefty move. In fact, the last time we saw this signature was probably, well, let's just look back to when volatility was extremely low and momentum crossed to the upside. So volatility was around 33, the lowest it had ever been at that point. And as volatility expanded, we saw, off the lows here, call it a 176% move on that one. Going back to these lows right here, as volatility, was at the lowest point ever, according to Binance spot action here. And as volatility did expand and momentum crossed to the upside, we saw off of this move a 91% move. So looking at a fib extension target, 86.5 is not out of the cards or out of the woods. That is the 1618. That'd kind of be my first target there. Probably closer around 84,000, but I do like that for a nice grab. 86.6, yeah, somewhere around that region. And do I think it's going to happen in this shot, in this daily expansion? No. In fact, daily volatility is about to contract, telling us price is about to move in the opposite direction. So we should be looking to buy the higher low, as we've had a nice trend reversal on the daily time frame. You can see the reversal came in here. Here is our, first lower high, lower low, and lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, and then picking it up here for the first higher low, higher high, and trend continuation. So, I guess we don't want to take out this low here at 63.7. That's probably going to be your first pullback target at the 0.5. I'm actually expecting it to come a little bit deeper, which does put us in a precarious position. So I would say before making new all-time highs, we are likely to tag at least 63.8 and then second target down at 61.4. Could I be wrong? Yes, absolutely. It's not financial advice, not a financial advisor, but when the weekly does cross up, you can see, quite often after the first cross up, you do get a bit of a pullback. Here's a perfect example. We crossed up on this candle, this one right here. And then there was a bit of a pullback and that was probably the last great buying opportunity. Pulled back about 7% there. And then let's see if we got it again here. Crossed up. Little pullback right here. So yeah, it's just an idea I'm playing around with, a short-term pullback before making new all-time highs based on the daily volatility starting to contract. And it has not, gained a negative slope yet. So, but that'll be the first kind of inkling warning sign, as well as the 4 hour is going to be putting in some bearish divergence. If we do confirm this as a local high by closing, let's go back a step here. By closing below, I would say this low right here at 66.6, but more conservative, 65.7 will confirm that as a local low, and then you'd probably look for a deeper retracement, maybe back down to the 61.6 level. Again, this is where I'd like to see the higher low come in as we are, coming into a sell zone. All right, I think that's it for Bitcoin. So something like this, if I had to draw it out, maybe a stutter step up at the top, at the range highs here. And then we see if we can break it through. We want to see volatility continue to expand. Right now we have the two white soldiers on the weekly time frame. Can we get a third one? That would look very good for new all-time highs. So pull back first and then potentially the lift off. Checking in on the stock market. The day was up today, but we do seem to be in the midst of a bit of a correction. And stock market, Tesla earnings, by the way, we should take a look at Tesla as earnings are coming out tomorrow. I'm not sure if we have that chart up here, but I do want to check in on the Dow and just see where a potential pullback. We're already coming in to the 382. This is where I would expect, if we are going to continue, actually a bounce off this region. So that's looking good there. Same thing with the Dow Jones. If we take a high to low, a little bit more down on the Dow for the 382 to get hit. And the same thing with the S&P if we take a look here. So it could come down a little bit more. Let's see how the tech earnings come out this week. We also have a CME gap coming in here at about $60,000 as well. So just wanted to remind everybody of that little gap right there. And let's see about the gap over the weekend. We already filled it. And if we do play out a bit of a rejection here, that would be in confluence with a little bit more downside. Again, if we, break through and then use it as resistance, that's typically your rejection area. And pullbacks, again, can come back down to about 64.5, 65,000 and still be bullish on a shorter term time frame, even the hourly here. So I'd say this is the hourly pivot about 64.5. Back below there, going to fill the gap on CMEs, and I am losing my voice at this point. I want to do check out on Ethereum really quick. And here's the idea I'm playing around with. Ethereum coming into I believe the ETF launch in the next day or two. Typically, it's a buy the rumors, sell the news event. Essentially, as long as we are above the midway point, we should stay bullish here. But pullbacks down to about 3,200. I would be looking to get bullish in that area. And that's, in fact, what I'm hoping for. Short-term pullback somewhere around, call it 33 to 3,200. And the optimal zone would be actually in this area right here. Screen just went black. What are we going to do here? Come on. Come back to me. Internet, don't fail me now. There she goes. So pullbacks on Ethereum in this zone would absolutely be amazing. And then stop loss goes below these wicks right here. Who knows? There's a lot of time left in this month. And momentum is flipping to the downside. If we do lose the midway point, yes, I would be looking for a dip into this box and that would potentially be one very, very good buying opportunity. Checking in on any other coins. We got ETH, we did Bitcoin, stock market. Let's also take a look at Dixie really quick, as Dixie did play out a bit of a rejection, losing the white 200 simple. I would love to see a lower high and then confirm continuation to the downside for Dixie. That would be bullish for Bitcoin and for the stock market in general. Don't discount the fact as well, rumor has it Trump is set to speak at the conference and make some kind of an announcement that they're going to make Bitcoin part of the world reserve currency. So something along those lines if Trump were nominated president. But as you can see, Bitcoin has made it from one box of peace and prosperity to the next box. And let's see if we can get a little rejection here and then look for the bullish sentiment to continue onwards and upwards. And generally now I am going to remain bullish on Bitcoin as long as we're above this last low. The final confirmation I'd like to see would be on our hash ribbons indicator, which I'll bring that up really quick here. And the blue buy signal, just wanted to remind everybody who was here for the last blue buy signal on the daily time frame for Bitcoin. Well, for those of you who were here, pat yourself on the back. It's been a long time. See if we can get it. So the last blue buy signal back here, Bitcoin was trading at, let's call it 25,000. So if we could nurse up a nice blue buy signal and close on the top side Bollinger Band, this is actually nice to see as well. This closure above here gives you a target of 72,000. Going to take a look at that on spot price action as well. Secondary chart is beautiful. First target hit and second target looks like Bitcoin is going to get a fresh squeeze all the way up to 72,000. Just don't want to close back below this low here on the daily time frame at 66.5. So it's okay to close below like one or two times, but we don't want to lose this uptrend on the daily. Otherwise, again, quick stops down 61.5. That minute, the middle Bollinger Band is coming in right there. I think that's it for Bitcoin. We got our range down. We got our bias down. And the last thing I wanted to bring up, what did I want to bring up? Daily volatility, accumulation distribution on the weekly is down. That's interesting. Accumulation distribution on the monthly is maintaining a positive slope. And I did want to bring this up as well on the monthly time frame. This is a very bullish. If we close the month anywhere here like this in the next 9 days, this would be the hopes of peace and prosperity. Very bullish closure for the monthly time frame if we can remain like in this posturing. Okay, I think that's pretty much summed up all the thoughts here. I'm just wondering if I have the wrong chart up for this hash ribbons indicator at the moment here. I just want to double check something on Bitcoin, BTC, USD. Let's check it on Coinbase. Nope, still has not printed the blue buy on the daily time frame. And really no capitulation signal yet. Really quick looking at Bonk, getting a nice rejection here. And want to take a look at Solana, or the ETH Bitcoin chart. Oh, that's something to be aware of. So the ETH sell-off begins, any kind of a closure below there, that would goose the odds in the favor of the buy the news, sell the rumor.